Hey everyone, my name is Angelica, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about what I wish I knew before I started my fitness journey. There's so much information out there, and it can be really confusing on what you should do, what you should know, how to go about it. So today I'm going to be breaking that down for you, so stay tuned. So getting right into it, when getting started, it can be really intimidating. It can be overwhelming, especially not knowing where to start or what to do. Never mind stepping foot into a gym. And if you're not feeling confident in your body, putting yourself on a machine that you aren't familiar with or don't know how to use, it can feel like death. I've been there. I get it. What I'm here to tell you is that every single person that you see in that gym has felt like that. Even the most fittest, muscular, skinniest person you see in there has doubts about their body, has doubts about what it is that they're doing to move their body. We all have those doubts. Now, let's step others aside for a second. What's most important is that you have started this journey. That is a really big deal. Let's first take some time to feel proud of yourself for even thinking about it, because that's the first step, is to start thinking about how I want to go about changing my life, changing how I feel in my skin, changing my confidence and feeling better. First things first is you want to make sure that you're proud. And if you're not, I know some people say fake it till you make it. Some aren't for it. I'm going to leave that up to you. It might help, it might not. But reminder, please be proud of yourself. Moving on. When going into the gym and knowing what to do, it will take time. As a certified personal trainer who has been consistently working out for over 7 years, even I get confused on what I should be doing at the gym sometimes. And maybe I shouldn't say that, but I'm here to provide the honest feedback for you. And the best thing to do is just start. Walk into a gym, or if you're not open to going to a gym, literally go on YouTube and start there and look up at-home workouts and start doing workouts from your home. For some people, that may not be enough. You know, you need that structure of going to a specific place where there is equipment and you can get your workout done. So going into a gym can be intimidating. I understand that. There are people there, which I understand some people are nervous and shy and don't want to ask, but there's people there for a reason. They're there to help you. So don't feel shy to ask someone, hey, I'm looking for a particular machine. Can you help me? Or you see a machine and you're like, hey, I'm not sure what this is. Can you tell me? That's why people are there, to help you. If you don't feel comfortable with that, I totally understand. What you can do is just walk around the gym. Don't be ashamed or afraid of the fact that you are learning. There's nothing wrong with learning. It feels uncomfortable because you think everyone around you is watching you and they're judging you. I will be honest with you, majority of the time when I'm personally at the gym, I'm not worried about anyone else. I'm worried about the same thing you are. Are people looking at me? Are people judging me? Though I've been in the gym for some years and I've been able to work on that and it hasn't shown up as often, it's still something that goes through my mind. So I want you to understand that most people are concerned with themselves and they're not concerned with you, for the most part. So keep that in consideration. Moving on, something that really, it gets deep into my nerves is when I see posts and videos and you name it of lose belly fat in 7 days, how to gain abs in a week, how to be perfect in a month, 30 days, whatever the case may be. I want to let you know that there's no such thing as specific fat loss. You cannot, and I repeat, cannot choose where you lose fat. That is determined based off of your genetics, based off of things that are really out of your control. The only thing that you can control here is working out, consuming less calories, and the way that your body decides to shed its fat is really up to your body, and that's not something that you can take control of. What you do have control of is where you gain muscle. Now this is important, and I want to let you know, just because you're gaining muscle, say on your abs, does not mean that there's not still fat there, okay? Let's please be clear. You cannot do crunches and Russian twists and whatever ab workout and think to yourself, okay, I'm gonna have abs. That's not how it works, okay? So once again, you cannot control your fat loss, but you can control your muscle gain. Now that that's out of the way, something that's really important to mention here is discipline and consistency is 1000% more important than motivation. Right now, you may or may not have that motivation, and that is great. And you can use it when it's there, but you cannot, and I repeat, cannot become reliant on that, because that will lead you to failure. And I'm just being honest here. The best way to start with your fitness journey is to create a plan and stick to that plan. Now, whether you create that plan yourself or you work with someone such as myself, who is a professional in the field, who can really help you reach the goals that you're working towards, at the end of the day, you need to stick to that plan. And I want you to understand that just because you don't see progress does not mean that there is not progress. In the beginning, depending on who you are and your body composition and how your genetics work, you may start off and be losing a ton of weight, feeling amazing, seeing the progress, and then a month or two or whatever amount of time later realize, oh, like the scale hasn't changed and I don't feel like I look any different, and I'm working out. Why isn't any of this working anymore? That is completely normal. What you need to stick to is consistency. That's what matters most. Another feeling, or rather thought, that goes on in my head, and I'm sure it may be happening in someone else's head out there, is I am behind and I'm already overweight. It's too late. It's never too late. Oh my goodness, never too late. I was overweight my entire life up until the point I got into my 20s and decided to start working out. I was bullied for being fat. I was never confident in my skin. And sometimes we just go through something in life and we say, you know what? Fuck it. I don't want to live like this anymore. And whether that comes at 20, 30, 40, 50, 80, that doesn't matter. What matters is you're here today, you're watching this video, and that is amazing. That is growth. That is a step in the right direction. It will not be a quick fix. There's nothing that you can do that will be healthy and good for you long term that you can be skinny today and last forever. I am sorry yet excited to tell you that this is a journey. More specifically, this is a never-ending journey. You will always work out to some extent, and whatever that looks like for you may be different for the next person, but at the end of the day, you're in this for the long haul. And that can be really deterring, especially in the beginning. You're like, what does that even mean? How long do I need to work out before I finally feel good? And start to appreciate the progress, start to appreciate the day-to-day, and you will be much happier than waiting to look a certain way. Don't get me wrong, that definitely helps. I remember some of the things that used to motivate me when I first started off. I would jog on the treadmill and just envision myself with this summer body, or rather summer body yada and abs, and that was super all right, I felt like I was running towards it. That's great to have, and you do what you need to in order to kind of push yourself, but it's a lifetime commitment. And I don't want to sugarcoat it. I am not a sugarcoater. I am an honest person, and sometimes the truth is really hard to hear, and so I'm sorry to be that one to deliver it to you, but now you know. And now that you know, you can really start in this journey. Surprisingly, most people get into this for the aesthetics, and you learn so much more than aesthetics. From mental, emotional, energetically, I will tell you, you eventually learn that the aesthetics part is the smallest thing that will change in your life. And the last thing I want to mention here is listen to your body. And don't overwork yourself. resting is so important. You know, this video is about getting started in the gym, and I feel like a lot of people neglect to mention how important it is to rest your body and to not overwork yourself. I also have a video talking about how I took a break from working out for 6 months and the things that I've learned from that, and the challenges and the wonderful things that came with all of that. So definitely recommend, if it's not your first time going to the gym or starting your fitness journey and you're just coming off of a break, that video would definitely be helpful for you. To close out, please be patient with yourself, show kindness, understand that this is a journey. You're in it for the long run. Do not seek for short-term results because they will not last long term. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. As always, please like, subscribe. Until next time, bye.